welcome to our channel. Today we diving into the world of rare valuable. The United States quarter dollar bearing the iconic phrase, E pluribus unum in liberty, along with the deeply rooted inscription, In God We Trust, stands as one of the most culturally and historically significant coins ever minted in American history. But beyond its intended face value of 25 cents lies a fascinating world of hidden treasures, coins so rare, so peculiar in their minting or preservation, that they commanded mind-boggling prices in today's collector's market. These aren't just coins, they are the gatekeepers of legacy, each one whispering stories of a bygone era, bearing markings or errors that make them priceless to those who know where to look. The 1980 E pluribus unum quarter dollar with the inscription Liberty and the phrase, In God We Trust, is a seemingly ordinary coin that has caught the attention of collectors and treasure hunters alike. At first glance, it appears to be just another quarter tossed into pockets and vending machines. But behind its everyday appearance lies the potential for something far more extraordinary. For certain rare variations of this coin, those with specific minting errors, unique characteristics, or extremely rare preservation quality, numismatists have whisper values that could stretch into the millions. In the right condition, with the right traits, this unassuming 25-cent piece could indeed be a life-changing discovery. What makes the 1980 quarter potentially so valuable isn't simply its age, but the mystique surrounding certain errors and anomalies that occurred during its production. Minting errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or missing elements of the design can turn a common coin into a one-of-a-kind marvel. These defects, caused by mechanical malfunctions or human oversight at the U.S. Mint, are incredibly rare, and rarity is the lifeblood of value in the coin collecting world. A coin that displays such uniqueness can skyrocket in worth, fetching breathtaking prices at auctions where collectors compete fiercely for a piece of minting history. Imagine holding a coin that defies expectation. The weight is familiar, the design recognizable, but there's something different. Perhaps the date looks doubled or the letters in Liberty seem slightly misaligned. Maybe it's a shadowy figure of doubling in God We Trust, or a mysterious absence of a mint mark altogether. These slight deviations, often unnoticed by the casual observer, are what set rare coins apart. For the trained eye, they are golden clues that this particular quarter may not just be another piece of loose change. It could be a numismatic gem worth a fortune. In today's coin market, where collectors and investors scour the globe for the rarest pieces, the demand for these unique 1980 quarters has surged. While most examples remain worth face value, those few exceptional specimens, often graded by professionals and encapsulated in tamper-proof holders, have sold for astonishing sums. A pristine, mint-condition 1980 quarter with the right error can easily draw 5 or even 6 figures at auction. But if the coin happens to possess an especially rare combination of errors, the value could soar into the millions, catapulting its owner into a world of unexpected wealth. It's not just about the money, either. Owning such a coin is like holding a piece of history, a snapshot of a moment when something went wrong or very right. At the mint, the artistry, the flaw, and the survival of the coin through decades of circulation make it a relic of both chance and endurance. This adds a layer of romanticism and mystery to the coin, making it not only a collector's item but a conversation piece, a symbol of unexpected fortune waiting to be discovered in your pocket, your change jar, or an old box in your attic. Many stories circulate in coin-collecting communities about individuals who unknowingly possessed a rare quarter for years before discovering its true value. Often, these stories begin with curiosity. Someone notices something unusual, does some digging, and stumbles upon a fortune. In some cases, the coin is sold at a prestigious auction. In others, it becomes a centerpiece of a private collection. Either way, the impact is life-altering. The idea that a 25-cent coin could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house is both thrilling and surreal, yet entirely possible in the rare coin world. So, if you find yourself in possession of a 1980 quarter, don't be too quick to spend it or toss it into a tip jar. Take a closer look. Study the details. Are the letters perfectly aligned? Does the coin show signs of doubling, striking errors, or unusual wear? Is the surface pristine and mirror-like, or does it bear unusual markings? These questions could be the beginning of your journey into the fascinating world of high-stakes coin collecting. The next time you hear the clink of coins in your pocket, remember, one of them might just be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. In the end, the 1980 E Pluribus Unum Liberty Quarter isn't just a piece of metal. It's a potential fortune disguised as everyday currency. While millions of these coins were minted, only a few carry the secrets of rarity that make collectors' hearts race. In a modern-day treasure hunt, with clues hidden in plain sight, if you are fortunate enough to discover one of these rare variants, you won't just be a coin holder, you could be the next overnight millionaire. So, guard your change, study your coins, and remember, sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest power to change your life forever. The 1981 E Pluribus Unum quarter dollar, bearing the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust. Though at first glance it might appear to be just another coin from your pocket change, some rare versions of this coin are rumored to be worth an astonishing fortune. These quarters have been whispered about in collector circles, shrouded in mystery and speculation, with claims that a single one could transform a modest collector into a millionaire overnight. But what makes a simple 25-cent coin so potentially life-changing? The answer lies not just in the date or design, but in a combination of minting anomalies, historical significance, and sheer rarity. The year 1981 is not, on the surface, a particularly special one for U.S. coinage. However, beneath its ordinary appearance lies the possibility of rare minting errors that were never meant to enter circulation. Some coins from that year are believed to contain striking defects, such as double dies, off-center prints, or missing mint marks, that dramatically increase their value to collectors. These errors make each flawed coin essentially one of a kind. In the world of numismatics, uniqueness equals value. When such errors are paired with pristine condition, uncirculated surfaces, and full mint luster, the result is a quarter that transcends its humble face value, entering the elite world of rare collectibles. What gives these coins their almost mythical status is the scarcity of verified examples. Many stories circulate about collectors who unknowingly sat on these treasures for years, only to discover their true value decades later. It's not just a rarity that matters, it's the mystery. Could your spare change harbor a $1 million error coin? That question alone drives people to examine every quarter in their pocket, especially those from 1981. The thrill of the hunt, the potential for life-changing discovery, keeps interest alive. The coin becomes not just currency, but a key to a hidden fortune. Even more intriguing is the symbolic weight of the phrases engraved on the coin. E Pluribus Unum, Latin for out of many one, and In God We Trust both reflect a deeper American ideal. The Liberty Quarter from 1981, then, isn't just a piece of metal. It carries with it echoes of national identity and unity. This historical and patriotic resonance gives the coin an emotional value that pairs powerfully with its financial worth. It is not just a collector's item. It is a story, a symbol, and a piece of living history. Imagine holding in your hand a simple-looking quarter, unaware that it's worth more than your car, your house, or even your retirement savings. The shock of discovering such a coin is the stuff of modern legends. It has the power to upend lives, pay off debts, and rewrite personal destinies. That kind of transformation is rare, but real, especially when the market is hot and collectors are desperate to own a piece of that numismatic magic. The 1981 Liberty Quarter, especially those rumored rare variants, has become a sort of modern-day treasure map, with people combing through their change jars in search of that one jackpot coin. Collectors around the world are always watching, always bidding, always waiting for the next rare find to hit the auction block. Some of the most valuable coins ever sold were once dismissed as everyday currency. The market is driven by passion, history, and the deep satisfaction of finding something others overlooked. And when stories of rare 1981 quarters selling for hundreds of thousands, or even millions, of dollars circulate, they fuel that fire. Whether all such stories are true or slightly exaggerated, the belief itself is powerful enough to send ripples through the collector community. If you happen to possess a 1981 quarter that seems a little different, hold on to it. Don't be quick to spend it, and certainly don't hand it off to a cashier for a pack of gum. Examine it carefully. Look for mint marks. Check for unusual details. And if it stands out, consider having it professionally appraised. Coins with even the slightest anomalies can skyrocket in value if authenticated and graded by a reputable agency like PCGS or NGC. What appears to be a simple piece of change might, in fact, be a silent witness to minting history, one whose story is waiting to be told. Ultimately, the value of such a coin isn't just in the metal or the error, it's in the dream it represents. It's a symbol of the unexpected, the overlooked, the quiet potential of everyday things. The 1981 Liberty Quarter with E Pluribus Unum and In God We Trust isn't just a coin. It's a reminder that fortune can come in the most unlikely forms. And sometimes, all it takes to change your life forever is the courage to look closely at what you already have in your hands. The 1982 United States E Pluribus Unum quarter dollar bearing the revered inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust. On the surface, it appears like any other quarter you might find jangling in your pocket or hidden at the bottom of an old drawer. But for the sharp-eyed collector or the lucky individual unaware of the fortune they hold, this seemingly ordinary 25-cent coin could be a ticket to overnight wealth, carrying a value that stretches into the millions under the right circumstances. It's not just a piece of metal. It's a story, a mystery, and for some, a miracle waiting to happen. The year 1982 was a pivotal one for the U.S. Mint. It was a time of transition, uncertainty, and budget constraints that led to the rare occurrence of coins being minted without certain identifying marks or with errors that would, in the eyes of a collector, elevate them into a realm of legends. One of the most whispered about versions of the 1982 quarter is the one believed to have either a misprint, a missing mint mark, or an unusual composition anomaly. These imperfections, seen as flaws by the mint, but miracles by collectors, transform the coin from common currency into a one-of-a-kind artifact. In the numismatic world, rarity equals value, and mystery multiplies that value tenfold. What makes this coin especially alluring is not just the date or the inscriptions, but the possibility that it defies classification. Some versions may exhibit double dies, a type of minting error that results in a slightly blurred or duplicated image, especially on the motto, In God We Trust or Liberty. Others might have a smooth edge when it should be reeded, or be struck on the wrong planchet altogether. Each of these deviations from a mint's strict standards makes the coin not just rare, but historically significant. The coin becomes not just a collector's item, but a conversation piece in elite auctions and private numismatic circles, where deep-pocketed collectors compete to claim ownership of these anomalies. What fuels the fever around the 1982 quarter is the allure of the unknown. Since records from that period were poorly maintained and minting errors weren't always thoroughly documented, many of these coins may still be out there, circulating unnoticed, lost in jars of spare change, or forgotten in family heirlooms. This sense of hidden treasure gives a coin an almost mythical status, with tales of average people stumbling upon one and finding themselves suddenly thrust into the world of million-dollar auctions and high-stakes bidding wars. It's a coin with the potential to rewrite lives, unlock dreams, and change destinies, if only it's recognized in time. The emotional power behind this coin cannot be overstated. Imagine holding something so seemingly insignificant, just 25 cents in face value, but knowing it could be worth a fortune. That duality, the contrast between appearance and worth, between the mundane and the magnificent, is part of what makes the 1982 quarter so captivating. It's a reminder that value is not always visible, that greatness often hides in plain sight. For many collectors and dreamers, the coin represents hope itself, the kind of once-in-a-lifetime discovery that could pull someone out of obscurity and place them among the wealthy elite. Auctions have occasionally fueled the legends, with rare U.S. quarters from various years fetching jaw-dropping amounts, especially when they come with authenticated errors or rare traits. Although not every 1982 quarter will make someone a billionaire, the buzz around these coins continues to grow because of a handful of documented anomalies and the scarcity of well-preserved specimens. Some versions of the 1982 quarter, especially those lacking a mint mark, such as the Nopi variety, have been confirmed to sell for thousands, and experts believe rarer versions might still be hiding, waiting to break records. In the speculative space of high-value collectibles, all it takes is one verified find to ignite a new gold rush. So if you come across a 1982 quarter, don't toss it in the vending machine. Examine it closely. Look at the edges, the font clarity, the alignment of the design elements, and any signs of doubling or unusual coloration. Is the mint mark missing? Does it seem thicker or thinner than usual? Every small irregularity could be the clue to a windfall. The difference between a common coin and a $1 million rarity is often invisible to the untrained eye, but unmistakable to someone who knows what to seek. In the world of numismatics, knowledge isn't just power, it's profit. In conclusion, the 1982 E Pluribus Unum quarter dollar is more than a collectible. It's a symbol of hidden opportunity. It blends American history, minting mystery, and modern-day treasure hunting into one shiny, silver-toned disc. Its value doesn't just lie in what it's made of, but in the dreams it represents and the fortunes it can deliver. If you're lucky enough to possess one with unique traits, guard like a precious gem, because somewhere out there, a collector with deep pockets is waiting, and that little coin might just be your key to a brand new life. The 1970 E Pluribus Unum quarter dollar, bearing the inscription Liberty and the iconic phrase, "In God We Trust," stands not just as currency, but as a golden key to unmeasured wealth. Some believe that within this small metallic disc lies the potential to transform an ordinary person into a millionaire, or even a billionaire, overnight. While to the average eye it might look like any other quarter, to those who understand its secrets, it is a symbol of life-altering fortune. What sets this particular 1970 quarter apart from the billions of coins churned out by the U.S. Mint is not only its age or design, but the unique anomalies and rare minting errors that have surfaced in a handful of specimens. Certain versions of this coin were struck over a 1941 Canadian quarter, which means under high magnification. Traces of the older coin's design can still be seen peeking through. This mysterious double layering has driven collectors into a frenzy, as it reveals an almost impossible accident of minting, a blend of two nations, two eras, and one colossal mistake that became a rare treasure. This isn't just a misprint. It's a masterpiece born of error, a canvas of history etched into silver. But what truly amplifies its value is the legend surrounding its scarcity. Only a limited number of these error coins are believed to exist, with fewer than 10 confirmed. That makes this coin more than rare. It makes it mythical. Every time one surfaces at an auction, it sends shockwaves through the numismatic world. Collectors, millionaires, and even museums vie for a chance to own it, often driving the bidding war into the hundreds of thousands, sometimes more. But as stories spread, rumors now circulate that even more elusive versions of this coin exist, ones that have never seen the inside of a coin slab or an auction house. If you're holding one of these in your hand, you might just be holding the holy grail of American coins. The 1970 quarter is not only a marvel of error and rarity, it also bears the patriotic soul of America. E Pluribus Unum, out of many one, is more than a phrase. It's a reminder of the unity that shaped a nation. Liberty and "In God We Trust" speak to the values etched into the American identity. To hold this coin is to hold a piece of history, not just because of the silver, the stamp, or the mint year, but because of the moment it captures in time. A moment when the mint unknowingly gave birth to a legend, a glitch in the system that became a gateway to glory. If you, by pure chance or inheritance, stumble across a 1970 quarter that seems slightly off, one that looks like it carries a shadow beneath the shine, pause before you drop it into a vending machine. That coin could be one of the rare, possibly priceless pieces that dealers would pay a fortune to obtain. Its value could rest in details almost invisible to the naked eye, a faint outline, a double stamp, or an unusual surface texture. And the day you discover that you're holding a real 1970 double-struck quarter might just be the day your life pivots forever, from pocket change to palace gates. In today's volatile financial world, where stocks rise and crash with the wind and cryptocurrency fades with every regulatory shadow, physical assets like rare coins have emerged as the quiet titans of wealth. The 1970 quarter, in particular, has become a beacon for collectors seeking stability wrapped in mystery. As the story of its value spreads, so too does its demand. There are whispers of private collectors offering 7 figures for mint-condition pieces, and some even believe that an uncirculated, museum-quality version could fetch millions if unveiled at the right auction. That's not hype. It's the weight of desire meeting the laws of rarity. The power of this coin lies not only in its material value, but in its ability to spark hope. Imagine finding one in your grandfather's old coin jar, or tucked in the back of a drawer, where forgotten change gathers dust. That unassuming piece of metal could change your life, not just financially, but emotionally, giving you the chance to rewrite your story. It's a modern-day fairy tale, where the slipper is made of silver and the transformation is not into royalty, but into the realm of wealth and legacy. So, if you come across a 1970 quarter that seems even slightly unusual, don't overlook it. Don't spend it on a coffee. Don't let it disappear into a parking meter. Examine it. Protect it. Have it appraised by a trusted numismatic expert. You may be holding a coin that defies odds, transcends value, and turns the ordinary into the extraordinary. Because sometimes fortune doesn't knock. Sometimes it jingles quietly in your pocket, waiting for you to recognize its worth.